I have never liked driving. In fact, I can remember a few times that I've gotten into accidents. They've never been really bad accidents, but there was this one time I was on the highway and I was merging into another lane, and somehow, I don't know what happened. I don't know if I hit the person or if the person hit me, but it was kind of, I don't know if the right word is traumatic. I'll just use the word traumatic. It was kind of traumatic for me because I don't really know what happened. So I think what's scary for me is the fact that I don't feel like I'm totally in control when I'm driving, especially if I'm on the highway and everyone is driving so fast. So when I moved from Chicago to Florida and people were saying that Florida drivers are so bad, I didn't want to hear that because I didn't like driving in Chicago. Driving in a new city where I don't know where anything is scared me even more. But we've been here for a while now, and I've kind of gotten used to where things are, but just like in Chicago, I try to avoid the highway and take local roads instead. But a few days ago, I took the highway and it was an unfamiliar route. It was really hot. My AC wasn't working very well. I'm used to driving our SUV, but I was driving our small Honda. I had not drove my Honda in a while, so I had gotten used to seeing everything higher in our SUV. It was the middle of rush hour, and I kept missing where I was supposed to be going. So I merged onto the highway again, and somehow I didn't see a sign or something, and I ended up in the wrong spot. I was I was totally going the wrong way, heading towards the oncoming traffic. So this was completely God because there weren't any cars coming, and I realized that I was totally in the wrong place. So I was able to get back on the median to where I was going to go. And once again, thanks to God who saved me, there weren't a bunch of cars coming from the other direction either. So when this happened, it brought up all these instances that I remembered of me getting into these little accidents when I first started driving. It brought up that incident on the highway in Chicago on I-94, if you're familiar with Chicago. It brought up that incident where I don't know what happened, but somehow I either hit the car or he hit me. I don't know whose fault it was. It was a small accident and he just kept on going. So I just felt really scared and shaky. And then when I got home, I said hi to the kids. I helped the kids with what they needed. And then I just had to see what happened. So I brought up on my phone, I brought up my GPS and turned it on to that particular setting where you can zoom in and see the roads and everything. So I zoomed into where I was when I was on the wrong side of the road. And I guess I don't totally, well, I understand what happened, but I I don't really know why I missed it. Anyway, I was really upset. I just started crying because it brought up all those fears of driving and just the fact that I could have killed someone or I could have died or been injured myself. It was just really scary. My friend convinced me to use ChatGPT more. So I went on ChatGPT later that night and I'll call it Chat. I told Chat what happened. And first of all, he confirmed that Florida drivers are crazy. I kind of wanted to deny it, but I guess it's a known thing. He also said that I-4, the highway that I was on, is one of the most dangerous highways in the nation. So it was interesting. And I also asked, what are the crash statistics when you compare Chicago and Florida? It said that Florida's crash statistics are higher, but it also said that a lot of factors play into this. If you're a careful driver, if you wear your seatbelt, you can reduce your chances of getting into a crash. And I set up ChatGPT to talk to me a certain way. I think on my settings, I put the Bible is of utmost importance. So it gave me this PDF with verses and things to consider. It gave me suggestions of putting verses in my car or putting a cross in my car, prayers to pray, and things like that. ChatGPT is actually really cool. I mean, you can't count on it for everything, but it was actually really helpful for this. And it and it also said that a lot of people have anxiety when they're driving, but people don't really talk about it. And I feel like that's true because I don't know a ton of people who are anxious of driving like I am. So, anyway, I bring this up because I know I've mentioned this on the podcast a lot before, but it made me think of trusting in God. Before this driving incident, when I was just driving on the road, I was actually declaring Psalm 91 and different verses were going through my head. It's beautiful because Psalm 91 talks about how God protects us. And lo and behold, a couple minutes later, he really did protect me. It was the middle of rush hour and I was driving the wrong way, but I was fine. I was able to arrive home with no injuries and I didn't hurt anyone else either. This incident made me realize, though, that we're really not in control of things, right? At the end of the day, we just have to trust God. And honestly, that's hard for me because since we've moved here, I've known lots of people who have, maybe not a lot, at least, well, four that I can think of off the top of my head. Four people that I know have gotten into accidents. Two of them are really bad. One person actually died. So driving can actually be really dangerous, especially in places like Florida. But as my friend said to me before, all of life is basically one big risk. My word for the year is peace. I want to receive God's peace because Jesus said that He is leaving His peace with us. He has given His peace to us. We receive His peace by s- keeping our eyes on God, by trusting in God, as it says in Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths. Every single day, or every single hour, or maybe even every single minute, we are faced with a choice. We can ask ourselves, am I going to trust God in this situation or not? Lately, when I've had a negative thought come up or a fear come up, I've just been saying to myself over and over, I trust God, I trust God, I trust God. God, help me trust you. God, help me trust you. And it really helps. It actually helps because instead of me dwelling on that negative thought or that fear, I'm kind of shutting it up and I'm telling myself, I trust God. I trust God. This looks scary. This feels scary. This feels uncomfortable. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not in control, but I trust God. So, whatever you're going through today, I hope that you will choose to trust in God. I hope that you will ask Him for His help because He wants to help you. He wants to give you that peace. Like I said, He's already given you that peace. So I pray that you and I learn to receive the peace that Jesus has already given to us. I hope this was helpful for you. Just a reminder of my free gift for you. Go to herholistichealing.com/free to download your free gift. Holistically Healthy Woman: 4 Steps to Move Away from Modern Medicine for Christians.